Tracy Haynes remains in jail tonight, but in new video posted to social media, you are about to hear from him for the first time and in his own words.
Told me he was gonna kill me. All these told me they was gonna kill me. Look what happened.
Tonight, police are investigating this video of the accused Wilmer-Hutchins shooter, Tracy Haynes. WFAA sources say was filmed shortly after gunshots wounded 4 of his classmates. Initially posted to Instagram, our sources confirmed the video's authenticity Wednesday. Police have not yet revealed a motive in this case, but those sources tell WFAA they are using this clip to investigate not only what happened, but also why.
I know I was wrong for what I did, but I didn't want to do it. But I had to do it. I'll be if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing about it.
In the clip, Haynes never specifies exactly what he did, but does say he loves his nieces and nephews and that he believed people were going to kill him.
My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground.
WFAA also obtained and verified this surveillance video of the shooting from inside the high school. Watch as students scramble as Haynes, according to police, fired indiscriminately, then point blank at a fellow classmate.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Event Impact 360. If you're finding value in these discussions, please do subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, maybe share it with others, and definitely let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We appreciate that. Today, we're going to take a focused look, a deep dive, really, into the recent school shooting incident at Wilmer-Hutchins High School in Dallas. We'll be examining, what happened, how the suspect was apprehended, and the immediate questions that arose right after.
Right, this all unfolded on a Tuesday, just after 1 p.m. The location was Wilmer-Hutchins High School. That's in southeast Dallas.
And the immediate outcome was tragic.
Yes, 4 students were shot. The latest we heard is that 2 of those students have actually been released from the hospital, which is good news.
That is good news.
But 2 others were still hospitalized when the reports came out.
Right, and you just think about the absolute panic in that moment. I understand there was even social media video.
There was. It barely captured the sound of the gunfire. You can imagine the fear that must have just ripped through the campus.
Absolutely.
It ain't bad.
This teenager taking an innocent social media video captured the sound of gunfire inside Wilmer-Hutchins High.
So what do we know about who police believe is responsible?
Well, law enforcement moved pretty quickly. They identified a 17-year-old Tracy Haynes as the alleged shooter.
17. Wow.
And he's facing very serious charges now, including aggravated assault and mass shooting.
Mass shooting. And the arrest warrant affidavit, what does that suggest?
It indicates, based on the initial assessment, that Haynes shot students indiscriminately, just not targeted, apparently.
And there were details from surveillance footage too, right? Something about how he got in.
That's a key point.
Right.
It seems an unidentified student let Haynes into the school through a door that wasn't secured.
An unsecured door, that's concerning.
It is. And there's another really disturbing detail from that footage. It reportedly shows Haynes approaching a student who, well, couldn't run, wasn't able to get away.
Okay.
And the description suggests he took aim at close range, point blank even. There's apparently an image of him standing over one of the victims.
That's just horrific, though it's a relief to hear all 4 are expected to recover.
Yes. Definitely a relief on that front.
So after the shooting itself, how did things unfold? How was he caught?
Well, it's quite a story. In the immediate aftermath, a man named Milton Olmedo actually encountered Haynes.
Encounter him how?
Haynes apparently claimed he'd been in a car accident, just needed a ride.
And Olmedo gave him one, not knowing anything.
Exactly. Didn't know who he was or what had just happened. He offered him a ride.
Where did he take him?
He dropped Haynes off at a gas station, but out in Red Oak.
Okay. So how did Olmedo figure it out?
It was hours later. He was watching the news, saw the reports about the school shooting, saw the description or image of the suspect.
And realized who had given a ride to.
Precisely. He then contacted the authorities, obviously. Quite a turn of events for him.
I'll say.
There was a young man that looked like he was in distress. He's panicking, waving cars down.
Just a few miles from Wilmer-Hutchins, Milton Nieto unknowingly picked up Haynes, who claimed he had just been in a car wreck. Nieto eventually dropped the suspect off at a Red Oak gas station. It wasn't until hours later when Nieto was watching Fox 4 News, it all clicked and he immediately called police.
My heart just started beating a million miles per hour.
Anton Lucky is with Urban Specialist, a nonprofit organization that works to curb gun violence and poverty. His team Tuesday was already trying to get in contact with the victims of the Wilmer-Hutchins shooting when Lucky unexpectedly received a call from the suspect's aunt.
And then there was involvement from a nonprofit group.
Yes, Anton Lucky from Urban Specialists. His group already does work, related to gun violence intervention. They were already reaching out to support victims.
Standard procedure for them, I imagine.
Right. But then they got a very unexpected call.
From who?
It was actually the suspect's aunt. She contacted Anton Lucky.
Why?
She wanted to arrange for her nephew, for Haynes, to turn himself in. And importantly, she wanted assurances about his safety during that process.
Okay, so the family reached out. That led to police activity, I assume?
Yeah, quite a bit. Police presence was heavy in a Waxahachie neighborhood for a while as they searched for Haynes. But then the focus shifted to the South Central Patrol Division as the potential surrender location.
And Anton Lucky played a role in the surrender itself.
He did. He essentially acted as a mediator, a go-between. He was facilitating communication between a police detective and Haynes directly. Eventually, Haynes agreed to meet with Lucky. And during that conversation, Haynes apparently expressed he wanted to surrender.
What did he say?
The quote reported was quite striking, something like, "I don't want to die, so I want to turn myself in."
Wow, that's intense.
Very. And it suggests a complex state of mind, to say the least.
So he did eventually turn himself in.
He did, yes. Late that Tuesday. There's even video footage of him being booked into the Dallas County Jail.
Okay. So he's in custody. What about the motive? Why did this happen?
Well, that's still the big question mark. At this point, investigators haven't released any official motive.
Did Anton Lucky get any sense from his conversation with Haynes?
Lucky mentioned that Haynes talked about some back-and-forth threats involving other people, but it was apparently very vague, no specifics provided.
So it's still unclear then if the victims were specific targets or if they were bystanders or maybe a mix.
Exactly. That clarity just isn't there yet based on the public information.
And this whole situation, it must raise serious questions for the school district.
Absolutely. Especially regarding security, response protocols, the usual very important questions after something like this.
There are a couple of immediate things that come to mind, aren't there? Like the student who reportedly let Haynes in.
That's a big one. Will that student face any kind of legal consequences for letting him in through that unsecured door? That's a question people are asking.
And didn't Wilmer-Hutchins have another shooting incident relatively recently?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Just a year prior, there was another shooting at the school. So naturally, people are asking, okay, what happened after that? And what will the district do now to ensure safety moving forward? Those
are critical questions. Is the district addressing this?
Well, Dallas ISD has announced they're holding a press conference. It's scheduled for the following day at 11 a.m.
So tomorrow morning.
Correct. And it's widely expected that these very questions about the unsecured door, about prior incidents, about future safety plans will be front and center.
Okay, so let's try to summarize where things stand. We had a shooting Tuesday afternoon at Wilmer-Hutchins High. 4 students were unfortunately injured.
Right, all expected to recover, thankfully.
Yes. A 17-year-old, Tracy Haynes, has been arrested and faces serious charges like aggravated assault and mass shooting.
His capture involved, an unwitting member of the public, a nonprofit mediator, and his own family facilitating the surrender.
And the motive, the why behind it all, that's still under active investigation. No clear answers yet.
Correct. And huge questions remain about school safety protocols and accountability, especially given the prior incident.
And we're expecting, or at least hoping for, more information from that Dallas ISD press conference tomorrow.
Definitely. This whole event just underscores the incredibly difficult challenges schools face trying to keep students safe. The community is certainly looking for answers and, frankly, reassurance.
Absolutely.
We heard a few gunshots and we were still standing there confused, and then we heard more, saw a few students run in, heard a few screams, and we had to go and take cover back in the band.
Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with us into the Wilmer-Hutchins High School shooting. It's a difficult topic, but important to understand the facts as they emerge. If you found this discussion helpful or informative, please do check out the video suggestion on the left for similar content. And before you click away, please subscribe to Event Impact 360. Give this video a thumbs up, share it if you feel inclined, and leave us a comment below. Thanks for watching.